Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Spring 2016 Georgia Tech graduates. Students, please rise for the faculty processional.
Good afternoon and welcome. Please rise and remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem, which will be sung by members of the Sympathetic Vibrations.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. The colors this afternoon were presented by members of the Georgia Tech ROTC. In addition to our students who are preparing for military service, I'd like for us to take a moment to recognize all of the veterans and active service members in the audience. If you have served or are currently serving in any branch of the U.S. military, please stand and let us recognize you for your service. Thank you. At this time, it's my great pleasure to introduce Ms. Ariel Thelenius, a candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Literature, Media, and Communication in the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts, who will give us the reflection. Ariel?
Students, faculty, family, and friends, welcome. It's our graduation day. The 1939 classic film, The Wizard of Oz, tells the story of a young girl named Dorothy who is taken to a land way out of her comfort zone, only to meet a series of eccentric characters in her quest to return home. And like Dorothy, I'm sure we've all felt out of our comfort zone at some point in our time here at Georgia Tech. And if you haven't felt out of your comfort zone, you should try being a liberal arts student at one of the nation's most prestigious engineering institutions. I paid them to clap, thanks. But also like Dorothy, I've realized it's the people you meet along the way who help make a place your home. Now, while I've never met an actual scarecrow, or a tin man, or a cowardly lion, I have met teachers with brains. Teachers who are not just researching, but creating the technologies of tomorrow and bringing them into our classrooms. I've met advisors with heart. Advisors who made sure my resume wasn't in the wingdings font, who prepared me for incredible job opportunities, and ones who were just there for me when I needed a friend. And I've met students with courage. Students with the courage to create successful startups, to build and sell their own inventions, and to stand up to the injustices in their backyard and around the world. Now, I want to speak on the importance of student courage just for a moment here. Nobody else can understand what it's like to be a student at Georgia Tech, except for someone who's actually at Georgia Tech. Each and every one of us has had the courage to challenge ourselves every single day, just by being here. We've had the courage to study abroad in unfamiliar places. We've had the courage to turn our ideas into realities. We've probably also had the courage to walk into a test knowing absolutely nothing and to spectacularly fail. What I'm getting at is that it takes a courageous person to come here, but it takes an even more courageous person to get out. So today, let's take a moment and say thank you to our scarecrows, our tin men, and our cowardly lions. I'd like to take this moment to say thank you to my 4 amazing parents. Remember that they were the ones who helped us get to where we're sitting on this day, our graduation day. And as we venture out into the world, be it here in Atlanta or all the way out in Oz, remember that Georgia Tech will always be our home. Man, there is no place like home.
Thank you, Ariel. That had a special meaning to me. I grew up in Kansas. Graduates, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, families, and friends, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 251st commencement exercises here at the Georgia Institute of Technology. In the 2 undergraduate ceremonies today, we will be awarding approximately 2,000 undergraduate degrees in addition to the 1,000 graduate degrees we awarded last evening. As is the case for the success of our institute, success in life is seldom a one-person effort. As we celebrate the successful conclusion of one chapter of your lifelong education, it's important to acknowledge that you have not done it alone. With us today are members of your families, your friends, and your colleagues whose love and support have helped to make this day possible. For some parents here today, this is not your first Georgia Tech graduation ceremony. If you're the parent of more than one proud Georgia Tech graduate through the years, or if you're a Georgia Tech alumnus, please stand, wave, and be recognized. Also with us this afternoon are members of the faculty who've guided and mentored these students, sharing with them their time, their wisdom, and their expertise in order to help each and every one of them reach this important milestone and achieve their fullest potential. Would the members of the faculty please rise and be recognized? While I could try to stand here and tell you how much the graduates appreciate the support they've received from all of you, I'm sure I could not measure up. So perhaps it's better if you heard it from them straightforward.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for always pushing me to be the best that I can be, and thank you to my 2 brothers for showing me how great Georgia Tech is and inspiring me to go here. Go Jackets!
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Gracias por todo. Go Jackets! I just wanted to say thanks, Mom and Dad. Hi, my brother and sister, Sarah and Joe, and thank you to all my professors for an amazing Georgia Tech experience.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for me the past 4 years. You've encouraged me, you've supported me, you've been there for me at the lowest times. I really appreciate all of your help. This one's for you. Thank you.
I would like to thank Chris Moore and BJ Dyden for leading such a great band program. It's given me such a great support system my 4 years here, and they've done a great job letting us have fun and learn a lot together.
I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer.
I want to say thanks to my parents for encouraging me to apply and supporting me throughout Georgia Tech. And I want to thank Georgia Tech for the amazing last 4 years that I've had here.
Hey, Mom and Dad and the rest of my family. I just want to say thank you for all the support throughout the years. I couldn't have done it without you. I got out.
I would like to thank my parents and my 2 brothers for helping me become who I am today. I would also like to thank the Denning Technology and Management program that helped me pursue interdisciplinary studies at Georgia Tech. I want to congratulate the class of 2016. We made it, guys. We're here. Go Jackets.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Go Jackets! Woo!
At this time, I'd like to introduce several members of the stage party, and I'd ask that you hold your applause as I call their names. Dr. Colin Potts, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education and our Mace Bearer. Good, good. Dr. Susan Cousins, Vice Provost for Graduate Education and Faculty Development. Mr. Barrett Carson, Vice President for Development. Mr. John Stein, Vice President of Student Life and Dean of Students. Ms. Leisha Lee, representing the library. Dr. Roberta Berry, representing the Georgia Tech Honors Program. Dr. Michelle Tullier, representing the Center for Career Discovery and Development, and Ms. Rita Pikowski, Registrar. Thank you for being here. This is a momentous day for you as graduates and for your family and friends who are sharing in the celebration of your accomplishments. You've worked very hard to earn your degrees from one of the best institutions in the country, and in many areas, one of the best in the world. Georgia Tech faculty are engaged in research collaborations in more than 100 countries. The Institute has global centers in several countries, including our campus in Lorraine, France. We have sent over 5,800 students to Lorraine and our campus there to study abroad since its inception 25 years ago. In fact, Georgia Tech students study and intern in over 70 countries around the world, and 52% of our undergraduates participate in some sort of meaningful international experience before they graduate. At Georgia Tech, we pride ourselves on being trailblazers who drive real-world change by embracing challenges, thinking critically, and developing innovative solutions to some of the most pressing problems facing our world today. We continue to work towards our goal of making a Georgia Tech education within the reach of every qualified Georgia resident, regardless of their family income. We're proud to say that among our graduates today, there are 16 G. Wayne Clough Tech Promise Program scholars. Because of the Georgia Tech Promise Program, qualified Georgia residents with the greatest financial needs are able to graduate with a Georgia Tech degree debt-free. Through their hard work and the Georgia Tech commitment, not only will their lives be changed, but also those of their families for generations to come. Your Georgia Tech education is designed to prepare you to work collaboratively, to identify challenges and to create solutions, and to be a leader in business, industry, government, and the communities in which you will live and work. Georgia Tech is in the business of creating the next idea, the next technology, and the next innovators and entrepreneurs. We are empowering the next generation of scientists, engineers, businessmen and women, architects, and so many others, engendering in each of them the passion and skills they'll need to design our future. You, as graduates, will be forever linked to this great institution, and we're looking forward to great things from each and every single one of you. This afternoon, we're greatly honored to have Ms. Penny Pritzker, the 38th U.S. Secretary of Commerce, as our speaker. Since June 2013, Secretary Pritzker has served as Secretary of Commerce. In this role, she focuses on providing American business and entrepreneurs the tools they need to grow and to hire and to thrive. Secretary Pritzker previously founded and ran 5 different businesses in the real estate, hospitality, senior living, and financial services industries. She works closely with the business community to advance the President's priorities of expanding growth and opportunity for all Americans. Guided by conversations with more than 2,000 CEOs and business leaders and over 1/3 of the Fortune 500 CEOs, Secretary Pritzker has developed the Open for Business agenda, which seeks to expand trade and investment, unleash government data for economic development, spur innovation, and protect the environment. We here at Georgia Tech share her enthusiasm for those goals. The Institute is an anchor for growing innovation ecosystems in Atlanta and beyond. Our Enterprise Innovation Institute, or EI², runs several Department of Commerce funded programs. And on a personal note, I was privileged to share in the rare opportunity to co-author an op-ed with her in 2014 for U.S. News and World Report entitled Making Manufacturing Cool, an appeal to parents to help their students envision exciting career opportunities in manufacturing. The Secretary is out there every day carrying that message and making America better. Secretary Pritzker earned her bachelor's degree in economics from Harvard University and a Juris Doctorate and MBA degree from Stanford University. She's visited our campus several times and has been a great friend to Georgia Tech. Please join me in welcoming Secretary Penny Pritzker, the 38th Secretary of Commerce.
Thank you, President Peterson. I'm just thrilled to be here today at Georgia Tech, home of some of the most innovative minds in the world. I understand that one of our graduates today has set a very high bar for speeches. Nick Selby, it was great to meet you earlier today. I may not have the theme music, but you taught me that we're at Georgia Tech. And I don't need theme music to give a badass commencement speech. Today, you are receiving a diploma from one of America's most prestigious universities, which is about the best Mother's Day gift your mom could imagine. I can relate to the pride your parents are feeling today. In a few weeks, I'm actually going to be sitting in the audience when my daughter Rose graduates from college. So let's take a moment to give your parents, your families, and the friends who are here today a big round of applause. So when my son graduated a few years ago, no one told him that the reason this event is called Commencement is because it marked the beginning of the biggest transition of his life. From the first day of preschool, your educational institutions have provided you with a safe place to grow and learn, a structure for your day-to-day life, and a guide to oversee your development. That security ends today when President Peterson hands you your well-earned diploma. While this transition can be both exciting and scary, think of your 20s as a time to have experiences that will shape the rest of your life and lay down the foundation for your future self. Some of you are about to undertake your first professional job. Others will look for your first apartment and possibly move to another city. Many of you will be faced with paying your own cell phone bills or starting to repay your student loans. Your lives are about to change dramatically, whether you want them to or not. That is a fact. The good news is, though, you control your reaction to the seismic shifts throughout your life. Do you embrace the possibility, or do you shrink from the challenge? It's all up to you. I always tell my children that chance favors the prepared mind. Each of you today here is about to enter your accumulation phase. This is the time to develop your prepared mind, to both gain expertise in your field and learn broader skills that will inform your entire adulthood. By developing new expertise and skills, you set yourself up to take advantage of opportunities that can and will present themselves over the course of your career and your lifetime. You are, in effect, laying the foundation for your future. Here's another fact. The position you take when you are 22 is not the job you're going to have for the rest of your life. In fact, the average American changes jobs every 4.5 years. This means that you might have 3 different employers by the time you're 30. or you might even become a self-employed entrepreneur. The key, though, is to gather new skills with every day of work and to push yourself further with every new experience. Even if your first job out of college is not exactly your dream job, it is an opportunity to grow. So if you're an engineer, learn how to shoot and edit digital videos, giving you the ability to market your future innovations. If you're in marketing, talk to the programmer in your office about how to code so that you can learn how to build the products that you're selling. If you're a programmer, grab lunch with someone from finance who can teach you how to put together a budget or how to read a financial statement. In between acquiring skills, figure out how to collaborate with people from different generations, different backgrounds, and different walks of life. And no matter what you do with your life, learn to write well and to communicate clearly. Brick by brick, lay the foundation for your future. For this phase of your life, your career will likely be your primary focus, but it should not be your only focus. This brings me to my next thought. While you're working on what you want to do as a professional, discover who you want to be as a person. Take risks, widen your lens, open your aperture, be curious. Whether you're an engineer, a budding entrepreneur, or a communications specialist, many of you know your new focus. When you widen your lens and get out of your comfort zone, you will discover interests that will help you learn more about your values, your talents, and your passions. This is your exploration phase. If you want to learn a new hobby or skill, no matter how crazy it is, do it in your 20s when you have the time and the flexibility. Learn a new language or how to play an instrument. Become a gourmet cook. Learn to fly. Write. Definitely travel. And volunteer a lot in your community, in other communities across the globe. Widen your lens and explore all your options. When I was about your age, I discovered running. And what started as a hobby for me has evolved into a lifelong passion. Today, believe it or not, I'm a triathlete. Not a very good one, but I'm out there on the starting line every summer. My exploration phase even led me to meet my husband, Brian, whom I got to know while I was training for a race. Like so many of the parents here today, Brian and I have spent a lot of time lately talking to our daughter about her upcoming transition to the real world. Rose wants to be a teacher, and as a senior, she's enrolled in a master's program. And she faced a choice about whether to work for a school in Denver, where she had always wanted to live, or a school outside of Oakland, California, where she never imagined herself. Rose loves the mountains, but the principal in Oakland took a proactive interest in bringing her on board. The principal expressed a commitment from the get-go to help Rose both develop as a professional and to help her make an impact on the lives of underserved high schoolers in the region. So Rose asked us, what do I do? The answer's clear. You go with the mentor. This brings me to another point. Look for the leader who is willing to invest in you. Seek out a mentor who can unbound you from the limits of your own background and imagination, and someone who can open your eyes to your full potential. A good mentor will see qualities in you that others cannot see, including yourself. A good mentor will help you build your network and discover your path. A good mentor will help you build and help you lay the foundation for your future. Now, I want to be honest with you about the future. I can pretty much guarantee that your life is not going to go as planned. Your dream job may turn out to be a bad fit, or the company you might go to work for may go under after a few years. Your perfect apartment might come with a terrible roommate who plays music at 3 in the morning. You might accidentally send an embarrassing email to your boss or to someone you're dating. Or you might find yourself facing a serious health crisis, one that forces you to rethink your entire plan. But as long as you have built a strong foundation, I promise you, you are going to be okay. I know this firsthand. If you develop skills and expertise, widen your lens, and find a good mentor, you can roll with any challenge that comes your way. Remember, chance favors the prepared mind. The foundation you lay will enable you not only to summon the resilience to get back up, even if you're embarrassed or afraid or scared of failure. The foundation you lay will help you find the grit you did not know you had, the consistency you need, the perseverance to never stop improving, the firmness of character to keep working towards your goals no matter what happens. We live in a time of amazing technological, demographic, economic, and societal change. Armed with grit and resilience, there is more opportunity out there for you as graduates of Georgia Tech than you can possibly imagine. And you will build a reputation that will carry you through the rest of your life. Your next challenge is to take every opportunity to build on the foundation you created here, and continue learning, growing, and experiencing. But that challenge is for another day, because tonight is for celebrating. And as you celebrate, I hope you toast your parents, your family, your friends, and the support system that got you here. Without them, you would never have become a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech. So congratulations to the Georgia Tech class of 2016. I wish you the very best of luck as you go forth and change the world. Go Jackets!
Secretary Pritzker, thank you very much. We appreciate your comments and good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now we come to the time that all of you have been waiting for, the conferring of your degrees. The moment of walking across the stage represents the culmination of much work and achievement for each of our graduates. I would ask that after you receive your diploma, you return to your seat and show your fellow students the same respect that they've given you as you cross the stage. At this time, I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Raphael Bross, who will now introduce the academic deans by college and then present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees.
Good afternoon. Everybody out there? You ready? Dean Jacqueline Royster will present the undergraduate candidates for the degrees in the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts, please rise and remain standing. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree who have completed the requirements for this degree.
From the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts, Bachelor of Science in Applied Languages and Intercultural Studies, Lindsay Michelle Armstrong. Catherine Diane Clark. Daniela Galvez. Aileen Lynn Politzer. Grace Sclafani. Bachelor of Science in Public Policy, Laura Margaret Burbach. Namrata Koller. Austin Blair Milton. Jared Matthew Morrow. Lauren Elizabeth Reyno. Jessica Delaney Richardson. Bachelor of Science in History, Technology and Society, Spencer Andrew Allen. Hayden Bennett Gregg. Anthony Christian Haskin. Taylor Page Jarrells. Hyung Kyung Paik. Taylor Lee Pritchard. Tyler John Schoenrock. Elizabeth Marie Warden. Camila Abeje Ain Bakari. Patrick Yashin Gamble. This is Bachelor of Science in Literature, Media and Communication, Marcus Anthony George Hunt. John Wesley Haynes IV. Abigail Elizabeth Harrover. Caitlin Sarah Johnson. Lucas Duncan Parker. John Sebastian Quinn. Alexander Rees IV. Rodrika Rhea Rogers. Kelvin Patrick Slaughter. Rachel Caroline St. Clair. Elizabeth Ariel Philenius. Ansley Reed Thomas. Anna Maria Conchetta Tomaszewski. Wimberly Owens Wilson. Bachelor of Science in International Affairs and Modern Language, Caitlin Emily Huber. Kaylee Carol Lynn. Zachary Stephen Reedford. Bachelor of Science in International Affairs, Daniel Joseph Brady. Kenesha Alice Butler. Richard Corey Delorme. Olivia Grace Edwards. Nicole Alexis Freeman. Joshua M. Jacob. Rachel League Kirksey. Ashley Christina Larrow. Andres Alejandro Marquez Gonzalez. Stephanie Julie Reamy. Emily K. Shepard. Caroline Francis Wesson. William Alton White III. Jacob Christopher Whitfield. Andrew James Wirt. Daniel S. Yoon. Eva Zivajinovich. Bachelor of Science in Economics and International Affairs, Anna Elizabeth Hunter. Anusha Kumar. Sina Medikarimi. Samuel Anthony Norris. Ulka K. Patel. Charles Edward Stolzer III. Bachelor of Science in Economics, Justin Kenneth Bryan. Eli Castrejon. Isai Jaciel Castrejon. Eric Anthony Dicorado. Andrew Alton Essek. John Alexander Fannin. Benjamin Michael Northrop. Lindsay Marie Ainsworth Purcell. Reba Caitlin Sellers. Catherine Lorraine Stoklosa. And Shivang Suleri.
Dean Miriam Alavi will present the undergraduate candidates for the degrees in the Ernest Scheller Jr. College of Business.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in the Ernest Scheller Jr. College of Business, please rise and remain standing. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates who have met the requirement for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
From the Ernest Scheller Jr. College of Business, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Annalise Savannah Abney. Anna Elizabeth Adams, Shatat Ibna Asan, Kelly Louise Albano, Elizabeth Ann Allen, Marlena Gail Anderson, Elizabeth Sky Archer, Marie Garrett Ataid, Holly Avret, William Hughes Bailey, Brandon Wilcox Bain, Hannah Jo Barr, Anna Alicia Hall Berenhout, Laura Nicole Bernstein, Angela Marie Berry, Thea Bebetti, Jessica Nicole Bozeman, Natalie Jean Bodan, Michael Sebastian Bonifacio, Samuel Louis Bremer, Kimberly Mackenzie Brown, Maria Gabriela Bump, Daniel Austin Burke, Freddie Hamilton Burden, Stacia Nicole Burke, Laura Elizabeth Burns, Danielle Joseph Caro, Alexander Carvajal, Nicole Ray Center, Michael Brandon Chickfari, Sarah J. Chickfari, Meredith Louise Christensen, Angela Catherine Como, Matthew Patrick Cooper, Madison Hart Copeland, Alejandro Javier Cortes, Morgan McCormick Cox, William Terry Crow, Oscar Cruz, Joseph Nicholas Kua, Emily Claire Curry, Amanda Hunt Daly, William Matthew Davidow, Austin Emerson Davis, Shamali Day, Danish Suleiman Dahrani, Logan Edward Dorson, William Brooks Doyle. Taylor Tipping Dukes. Paul Lewis Earl. Samantha Kate Eastwood. Naomi Harika Ergun. Caleb Austin Espy. Elizabeth Ann Evans. Alina Igorevna Feinberg. Gregory Feinberg. Julia Ann Falvey. Rachel Len Firstman. Samantha May Flaherty. John Carlton French III. Mallory Christine Frost. Daniel Mark Furman. Adonis Carl Gaines. Max Brazil Gluck. Alexander Jacob Goldsmith. Maria Sylvia Gonzalez. Diamond Nicole Gooden. Brittany Monique Grace. Kendall Ashley Hall. Bo Bryson Hankins. Michael Paul Hashimoto. Jeremiah Nathaniel Heron. Kevin Michael Hill. Daniel Joseph Hoffer. Jacob Daniel Holloman. Melissa May Holmes. Shaquille Kef Huda. Haley Charlene Hunt. Darren Hutchinson. Taylor Rebecca Jacobs. Ivy Monroe Johnson. Jamal Lawrence Johnson Jr. Kira Lachey Johnson. Eric Leland Johnson. Caitlin Nicole Jolly. Douglas Casey Kay. Margaret Rose Kazmiazak. Wesley Ryan Keene. Megan Kammer Kehoe. Patrick Henry Kelly. Kristen Ashley Kemp. Christopher R. Kennard. Michael James Kenny. Reed Charles Kersey. Agnes Ju-Young Kim. Helen Hejin Kim. Nikita Kirillov. Caroline Louise Kissel. Rachel Violet Klein. Megan Elizabeth Curry. Connor Peregrine Leng. Ann Kearney Lashinsky. Andrea Lorelei Latimer. Heyman Lee. Jun Suk Lee. Sungun Lee. Jaja Lee. Lauren Ishen Liu. Catherine Reed Lon. Leslie Liu. Shannon Elise Lumbra. Nadine Mahfout. Samuel Aaron Martinez. Erica K. Macy. Catherine McDonough Massey. Rachel Jordan Massey. John Kingry Mastrangelo. Sophia Matthew. Benton J. Mathis III. Grace Ann McGeehan. Margaret Leah McNeese. Catherine Ann Meadows. Bennett Lee Mears. Sierra Taylor Menzies. Michael Bradley Mercer. Nicholas Tavari Middlebrooks. Shazar Mirza. Mija Mua. Grace Ann Murphy. Narita Nandi, Fabiola Maria Navarro, Gregory Nikukari, Joshua Mark Ortman, Scott Tyler Paget, Tiffany Joy Figueroa Palmares, Albert Park, Ung Jun Park, Sneh Yogesh Parmar, Bindi Anil Patel, Nathan Kenneth Pearson, Lindsay Alexandra Perry, Emily Ann Peterson, Cole Garen Pitts, Paxton Elise Plunkett, Sarah Cathera Pospisil, Brooks William Prettyman, Alex Bijan Rajabi, Tyler Amber Rose Ratan Singh, Abbas Raza, Hillary Rose Manaloto Reza, Michael Chase Roberts, Alexander Rodriguez, Jacqueline Elizabeth Rohal, David Rojo, Andrew Steele Rowland, Daniel Edward Safuri, Paul Collins Scarborough, William Michael Schmidt, Samuel Robert Schreer, Jonathan Michael Schultz, Brian Ji Hwan So, Mohammed Hassan Shafqat, Rina Shah, Kristen Reed Schreiner, Vasil Slavchov Semyonov, Christine Marie Simon, Sean Singh, Trevor Wingho Su, Hannah Nicole Sewick, Elizabeth Catherine Slagle, Amanda Page Snell, Erwin Rojo Solomero, Sumer Amin Sumani, Heyun Song, Hannah Renee Spurkey, Aaron Pierce Spratlin, Priyanka Srinivasan, Samuel Douglas Steele, Daniel Eric Steves, Susan Mary Steffenhagen, Laurel Marion Street, Michael Wayne Summers Jr., Bryce Ashton Sweeney, Kathleen Erin Sweeney, Morgan Lee Taylor, John Kyle Thomas, Justin Michael Bryant Thomas, Nicholas Reese Thrasher, Stephen Sidney Tyson, John David Turner, Mark Stephen Victor, Ina Volokjanina, Aditya Ajay Wadwani, Natalie Susan Ward, Merwish Wasi, Mats Valdemar Vestergren, Alexander Michael Whitaker, Benjamin Kyle Witt, Dylan Mack Williams, Warren Andrew Williams, Zachary Frank Williams, Joseph David Weissman, Ashley Sarah Weiser, Kendall Erica Woodard, Grant Timothy Rubel, Barkley Jean Yancey, Candace Nicole Yap, Esu Yom, William Joseph Young, Courtney Allen Cizi, David James Zizik, Jenna Marie Zivelich,
Dean Paul Goldbart will present the undergraduate candidates for the degrees in the College of Sciences.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in the College of Sciences. Home to bold explorers creating new knowledge to help drive forward the technology, computing, and medicine of tomorrow, and also simply to raise the human spirit to new heights. Candidates, please rise and remain standing. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree who have completed the requirements for this degree.
From the College of Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry, William Henry Anderson. Michaela Joy Bartram. Quentin James Bruck. Lindsay Carvalho Dahora. Carlton Jarrett Davis. Justin Kyle DeHorty. Catherine Megan Fitton. Alex B. George. Kaylee Kara Hall. Miki Christian Hayashi. Sarah Ladan Hojati. Kyung Min Kim. This degree is being awarded posthumously and received by the student's father, Byung-Hun Kim. Logan Joseph Jackson. Sin-Ing Tamigu. Annabelle Levin Cartel. Lauren Marie Lucas. Lori Lynn McKinney. Lena Mills. Kurt Richard Nemec. Mary Lag Nguyen. Kim Bharat Patel. Shrey Patel. Anna Catherine Paulino. Natalia Prokhnevska. Chung Ding Kwak. Kelsey Ann Roof. Diana R. Sass. Hazel Jitesh Shah. Lambros John Tasulas. Stefanos Alan Tasulas. Marianne Thalia. Kevin. Elizabeth Carolyn Wood. Bachelor of Science in Applied Physics, Julian Daniel Zer. Bachelor of Science in Physics, Emily Louise Beck. John Michael Bolenbacher. Grace Catherine Chambers. Alexander Michael Covington. Benjamin Thomas Dolinsky. J. Olin Howell. C. Shin Yang. Grant Kennedy Grant Edward Kennedy. Derek Evans Kelty. Seth Jordan Kimbrell. Hung Yat Lee. Brett Timmons Limansky. William Kevin Millar. Alan Michael Pohl. Michael David Waterbury. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Shani Badnani. David Miguel Caro. Max Henrik Thorn. Kelly Christine Gamble. Stephen George Hanna. Madeline Roxanne Lemieux. Maeva Patricia Nagel. Christy Suthasa Shanapadha. Nicholas Edward Watkins. Sandra Megan White.
Dean Gary May will present the undergraduate candidates for the degrees in our largest college and the largest college of engineering in the nation.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in the largest and most diverse and very best college of engineering in the universe. Please rise and remain standing. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree who have completed the requirements for this degree.
From the College of Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, R. Chase Adams. Shivam Agarwal. Matthew David Asseri II. Christopher Michael Bolio. Daniel Thomas Begassi. Kushagra T. Brambat. Yushan Sai. Jake Ross Campbell. Michael Andrew Capone. Blaine Christian Costello. Alex Devin Coyle. Kurt Josh Daly. Kendra Jelaine Dodson. Tyler Clay Drake. Jane Christine Erickson. Kyle William Gale. Pratik Gangwani. Anupam Goli. Matthew James Golino. Jordan Alexander Hartney. Gina Marie Holden. Jennifer Catherine Hunter. Jin Ha Huang. Lydia Ann Hilton. Samuel Blake Jackson. Arnav Jindya. Anthony Philip Jones. Hunter John Kaufman. Nathan Frederick Kirksey. Samuel Ross Kirsch. Michael Roman Kuchnik. Prachi Rajiv Kulkarni. Soradmoni Christopher Lamb. Robert Kunhua Lee. Jason Marr. Taylor Wyatt Mears. Harsha Prasad Nori. Dharanjini Halanivel, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Economics. Dominique Julius Pastor. Namrata Kushvaren Patel. Sunny Sanjay Patel. Vaidehi Hitesh Patel, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Marius Petru. J.V. Podar. Kevin M. Powell. Xiao Fei Qiu. Yi Qiu. Ryan Mackenzie Quinn. Thomas V. Sakau. Gianni Saporiti. Arnav Chandra Sarma. Ashuthosun Singh. Rachapong Tongkit Warnakul. Cassandra Margaret Teshador. Jared Adonis Thompson. Lee Yuen Tron. George Otkichukwu Odechu. Ejike Kester Uzochuko. Aikina Chibuisi Uzoji. Christopher Joseph Wong. Sophia Gabrielle Wasserman. Paul Lawrence Wilson III. Philip James Wolfe. Hanji Shi. Lushije Shu. Michelle D. Zhang. Adam Taylor Zurlif. Bachelor of Science in Nuclear and Radiological Engineering, Nicholas Dean Alfred. Joseph McIntyre Black. Cody Albert Bright Cruz. Chad Douglas Burns. Michael Lee Campbell. Ashton Rhett Coleman. McLean Hamilton Davies. Connor William Donovan. Adnan Nafiz Hashim. Zachary Robert Hine. Mary Elizabeth Peters. Timothy Ryan Seeger. Kumar Singh. Christopher Johan Tufel. Jacob Cole Wetmore. Dustin Yang. Bachelor of Science in Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, Brandon Tawan Abernathy. Peyton May Arrington. Caleb French Anderson. Evan Patrick Anderson. Tyre Colin Arfman. Melanie Jane Arnson. Moriah Renee Bacon. Austin Lawrence Bailey. Amanda Nicole Barton. Emily Rachel Benjamin. Gregory Robert Benz. Sally Regina Blair. John Robert Brawley. Yun Sun Choi. Yuna Jung. Eric Chu. Matthew Christopher Klein. Nathan Stewart Corbin. Luis Carlos Corredor. Poonam Pradeep Dalwadi. Jacob Aaron David. Taylor Alexander Deckel. Unkit Dahl. James Keith DiLorenzo. Joshua Norman Durnell. Eric David Ellenbogen. Nathan Patrick Ellison. Roger Leonardo Espinoza Cabrera. Matthew James Howell Everett. Rebecca Marie Fath. Robert Andrew Finlayson. Deontay Demetrius Fletcher. Christopher Lemuel Frazier. Scott Michael Glover. Jin Huai Go. Justin Scott Goldberg. Mihir Janak Gore. Jungmin Han. Carrie Ann Han Yu Kainrin. Colin Edward Heim. Christopher David Huffman. Kimberly Michelle Hollis. Amy Elizabeth Holt. Huria Hosseini. Tiffany Yu Huang. Julia Catherine Huey, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Jun Yung Huang. Jared Allen Hybert. Byung-gil Jong. Caleb James Gerald. Jackson Patrick Jenkins. Roy Jiang. Yiling Jiang. Han Biol Jin. Shuang Jin. Austin David Jones. Pooja Prakash Kapadia. Jared Alexander Kearns. Rasheen Kodai. Min Kwang Kyu. Eric Young Soo Kim. Jared C. King. Jonathan Wolcott Kinney. Siri Kaur. Rowan Elise Kraft. Veena Priyun Krishnan. Yoon Sik Lee. Mohit Arpan Limdi. George Ira Lindy. Zi Liu. Valeska Lara Lobo. Mary Janine Merritt. Jacob Sterling Mason. Graham Thomas McAllister. Sonia Kelsey McCanna. Thomas Frederick McClure. Morgan Ivy Mellinger. Jamila Middlebrooks. Woot Sejin Cedric Moulin. Jordan Nafek. Victor Deambaje. Chase Tyler Nicholson. Aloysius Davin Utamo. Sonola Solanke Onasanya. Chinelo Onoyoni. Kanak Jugal Pansari. Kyungtae Park. Akash Shilpesh Patel. Krishin Suthish Putel. Deborah Michelle Paul. Vivek Pisharodi. Marissa Morgan Pitard. Christian Michael Pugh. Daniel Franklin Puleri. Madison Page Race. Rupa Lakshmi Ramamurti. Jamar Malik Rashad Rawls. Aliza Aziz Unarayman. Myla Nanette Ruffin. Daniela Iris Santiago Orta. Apurv Saraogi. David Malin Shilp. Jessica Eve Schlafstein. Brendan Robert Schmidt. Danish Shamsi. Tianyu Shi. Jae Ho Shin. Adam Daniel Silverman. Sofraun Jove. Jonathan Luke Slater. Yoon Suk Daniel Son. Samuel Thomas Starcevic. Perry Buchanan Stoddart. Karen Nicole Sullivan. Alexandra Elaine Sutliff. Brandon Alexander Tavener. Stefan Harold Ngasa Chemov. Arjun Tiku. Andrew Wheeler Tricker. Lara Elizabeth Tucci. Benjamin Stewart Wallace. Jesse Logan Walls. Anna Lucille Ward. Gerald Caleb Wethington. Lauren Renee Brown Wilder. Charles Christopher Winslow. Jiang Yang Shu. Jian Bo Yang. Christine M. Yi. Yin Zhou Yu. Seongguk Yun. Ruyong Zhao. Lingri Zhong. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Muhammad Abdullah Naeem. Paul Ray Luke Adams. Shakib Ahmed. Alexander Brooks Akins. Andrew Clay Ackridge. Michael Waldegorgis Ale Mayu. Rishab Munanthan. Darius Sean Asadian. Varol Buruk Admir. Kylene Gerin Barut. Victor Hugo Benavides. Robel Berheim. Adlawit Adamsu Bezadeh. Christopher Henry Bissell. Garen Dane Boggs. Elizabeth Sarah Bradley. Alan Seth Braun. Arthur Thon Brooks. Stephen Warren Byrne. James Kyle Burt. Young Chan. Si Chen. Guanlin Chen. Jeffrey Shin-Ho Chiu, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Physics. Sherwood Xiao Yang Chuan. Darren Andrew Clayton. Samuel Colton Cornwell. David Kenneth Cox. Mallory Camille Crowell. Nathan Windsor Daniel. Leek Dong. Alan Wong Dong. George Chao Yi Dong. Marcus Seth Eaton. Scott Montgomery Edwards. Christopher Daniel Fadden. Cameron Russell Fardanesh. Joseph David Fiddleman. Jerry Jean Fontes. Aditya Garg. Michael Leon Gilbert. Michael Charles Gordon. Antone Tesfaye Hale. Michael Alexander Haver. Shwanke He. Miles Bradley Hebert. Michael Lawson Hennessy. Nicole Felicia Henry. William Wade Heron. Jin Ming Hu. Alice Wynn. Pyong Ki Jiang. Xiaotong Jia. Laura Marie Jones. Adam Khalil Kahim. Sohe Kang. Wanda Wilson Mesafint Kinehet. Thomas Joseph King. William Thaddeus Kuskowitz. Nicholas Ian Kretzer. Brian David Kuo. Philippe Camille Laban, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Discrete Mathematics. Jaewon Lee. Alec Sean Lee. Jiali Lee. Jen Xin Lee. Ziran Ling. Maria Julie Mayenda. Van Q Mong. Dempsey Handley Marks. James Christian Matik. Luke Colin Macaulay. Alexander Lee Merriweather. Heather Lee Mills. Alfredo Monsalvo Jr. Eric George Moore. Joseph Coleman Morris Jr. Crisia Natalia. Jamie Lewis Newsom. Keith Ng. Tanfong K. Win. Dixon Omorui Nosegbi. Matthew Robert O'Shaughnessy. Sean David Oliver. Dennis Onwalu. Garrett Randall Osborne. Yuiji Han. Patrick William Panuski, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Physics. Andy Park. Ryan Pong. Christopher Perry Arroyo. Patrick Mompoint Pierre. Christopher Michael Price. Joshua Michael Rabaud. Ramprasath Rajagopal, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Physics. Carlos Enrique Ramirez. Vasundhara Rawat. Andrew David Ross. Jacob Blair Shodowski. Payman Shabaki. Joel Lee Shearson. Sharon. Christopher Sheng. Madeline Corinne Shepard. Guangchu Shi. Taeyong Shin. Yo Shua. Dylan C. Slack. Mark Daeun Song. Andrew James Schwartz. Mohit Tandon. Colin Philip Tardrew. Jason Michael Teague. Lee Austin Thompson. Kitty Tiam Suwon. Jonathan Eric Tuck. Abhinav Upel. George James Valaringatu. Nia Tan Vo. Abdul Wahid. Loxley Asher Walford. Eric Charles Walk. Nicholas Kenneth Warren. Amanda Jamie West. Franklin Carter Wexler II. Sheng Xiao. Dong Wook Yang. Jacob Jae-suk Yang. Han Bin Ying. Jonathan Andrew Young. Yuanda Zhu.
Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Theodore Carl Abuline. Mubin Ahmad. James Dominic Erola. Vedant Ajmera. Colin James Alderman. Sudonshu Umbudi Pudi. Obiora Kachi Anachibi. Ross Matthew Anderson. Christine Elizabeth Apisella. Ninad Balachandran. Aditya Balamurali Krishna. John Patterson Barnett. Connor Alexander Brzezinski. DeAndre Quantes Bainham. Morgan Gray Bentley. Jonathan David Buckner. Gabriella Bessinger. Neil Balani. Nathan Taylor Bieberdorf. Hubert Michael Blanchard IV. Tiago Boalavida. Jael Ravona Bond. James Lawrence Bonifield. Edward Palmer Booth. Magdalene Rosemary Boylan. Sung Juan Braswell. Richard Bulesbach. Si Yao Chai. Lee Singley Caldwell. Ryan Edward Calhoun. Cody Lee Carpenter. Logan Allen Carpenter. Harrison Cody Carroll. Jonathan M. Carroll. Jarrett Han Chai. Abram Edward Champion. Craving Chungyapath. Han Ting Cheng. William Reese Cherry. Venkatesh Pragam Kumar Chinakonda. Stephen Pang Chi Chu. Kevin Hyung Ju Cho. Xiong Ho Cho. Jae Hoon Choi. Queen Hoon David Choi. Amy Beatrice Christensen. Xerxes Xavier Clayton. Cody Michael Clegg. Brandon Davis Connor. Emily Rebecca Contorno. Ryan Michael Copeland, Jonathan Matthew Cordova, Preston David Culbertson, Michael Thomas Debate, Nicholas Tyler D'Orazio, Rowan Dye, Andrew Dyber, Scott Robert Damerow, Evan Lewis Thomas Davis, Lincoln Mallory Davis, Austin Denworth DeWeese, Luis Fernando Diaz, Mark Dillon Dickert, Andrew Brian Dill, Alexandra Diorio, Janie Grace Dobbs, Ryan Matthew Doll, Gregory M. Durkoop, Melvin Theron Dukes, Rahul Dungawal, Patricia Lynn Dunleavy, Kayla Akila Patricia Dunn, Alexander Lloyd Eaker, Joshua Prince Ebbin, John Casey Edgerton, Patrick Chance Eldridge, Andrew James Everett, Kyle James Famiano, Bradley Alexander Farnham, William Andrew Farr, Kyle Andrew Fee, Kevin Fabianto, Alexander John Ferreira, Elliot Thomas Fretwell, Nicole Maria Gantos, Jackson Thomas Gilbert, Joshua Stephen Giles, Yash Sundeep Gorai, Scott Michael Gorham, Smit Divyangaswamy, Tyler Granger, Brad Daniel Greason, Ushanti Janae Hampton, Sang Yun Han, Iman Haq, Mitchell Christian Hardiman, Lance O'Reilly Harrell, Terence Anthony Hawthorne, Catherine Margaret Helm, Siobhan Ajay Henry, Kurt Edward Hertz, Kenneth Hidajat, Nicholas Ryan Holbert, Gregory Richard Hutchison, Margaret Ann Hyde, Jessica Brianna Imgrund, Andre Jose Irizarry, Vishnu R. Iyengar, John Michael Jaber, Brandon Devon Jackson, Patrick Bothra Jain, Tae Jung Jeong, Joshua Allen Johnston, David Scott Jones Jr., Gary Allen Jones, Joyce Grace Jones, Ryan Daniel Judson, Isyung Kang, Nishant Karthival, Bharat Kaspalya, Matthew Joseph Kavney, Trent Alexander Keatley, Ariana Jacqueline Keeling, Colin Clancy Kelsall, James Allen Kemper, Rahan Reis Khan, Trentwood Edward Kilby, Evelyn Hannah Kim, Inku Kim, Jiwan Kim, Ju Seok Kim, San Kim, Ravikant Konjeti, Victoria Ann Kopser, Kevin Katharu, George Joseph Kudiba, Andriy Krivchenko, Timothy Soo-Wan Kyung, Christina Michelle Langford, Philip Lasky, Hyun-Ju Lee, Kwon Sang Lee, Seung Yoon Lee, Caitlin Inda Laksana, Andy Ling-Chi Lee, Emily Lee, Sebastian Marcos Lee, Zhao Cheng Lee, Catherine Nicole Lyde, Sean Thomas Lipinski, Hannah Catherine Littman, Tiffany Porter Liu, Jefferson Dalton Lossy, Cam Macaulay Laughlin, Yang Long Lu, Camila Sayuri Lupisato, Ahmed Mansour, Marguerite Ellie Muthorn, Nicholas Walter Maurer, Christopher Edwin May, Joseph T. May, Garrett Mark McClurg, Kenneth Alford McCrary, Benjamin Evans McCrossan, James Patrick McGowan, Hayden Matthew McKinley, Connor Korab McNally, Jash Darshan Mehta, Anthony Christopher Malati, Patrick Angelo Milano, Heather Elise Miller, Ji Hong Min, John Paul Minderman, Asger Mogensen, Sergio Monroy, Alyssa Marie Montserrat, Von Travis Linkwell Montz, Andrew David Moore, Zachary Alexander Moore, Austin Michael Morgan, Lauren Ann Murphy, Kabir Nakra, Jesse Thomas Neal, Richard Paul Nelson, Lily V. Wynn, Tommy Wynn, Phuong Quoc Ninh, Casey Patrick O'Connor, Arcap Victor Oben, Miguel Alberto Ola, Chong Woo Park, John Francis Papanopoulos, Arpit Dilip Patel, Ishani Rasik Patel, Vijal Dinesh Patel, Yash Yogesh Patel, Robert Louis Pencer, Aaron Francis Pfeiffer, Evan Stewart Phillips, Michael Patrick Phillips, Rohan Ben Phillips, Brody Scott Philp, Harrison Fung, Alexander Brett Plum, Gerardo Esteban Prada, Leonardo Felipe Princi, Matthias Kators, Shriya Rajay, Keshav Ramakrishnan, Pratyush Raman, Jayanta Krishna Ray, Stephen Michael Rayberg, Robert Thane Rickard, Kinsey Lee Reith, Devin John Roach, Danielle Rosenblatt, Gonzalo Andrew Salazar, Christina Marie Santilli, Soleil S. Shatterman, Nicole Yap Scheinbach, Lionel Colvin Russell Scott, Nicholas Stearns Selby, Paige Andrea Sellent, Ayush Akesh Shah, Alyssa Marie Shapiro, Matthew Thomas Sheehan, Stephen Michael Schlepak, Tyler Cole Simpson, Maxwell Edward Singleton, Thomas Alexander Smith, Stephen Charles Snyder, Liam Jagat Singh Sohi, David Matthews Sol, Hyun Ik Song, Manuel Alejandro Soto, Troy Austin Southwell, Reed Anderson Spence, Michael Brooks Stapleton, David Samuel Bureau Steinhoff, Sean Luke Stockfish, Saul Andres Suarez, Nicholas Mark Silimirski, Edward Sisomboon, Jay Hon Tan, Joseph Asher Tenpenny, Bradley Stephen Thomas, Jimmy Trey Thomas, Dean Allen Toms, Siddharth Tripathi, Chu Johnson in Trump, Gregory George Tweenev Dean, Sarah Lydia Toole, Louise Emile Quiros Tungol, Margaret Ann Underdahl, Charles Albert Van Fleet IV, Michael Anthony Varghese, Austin Propus Reith, Elizabeth Ann Tizia Wenzel, Ankit Verma, Cody Allen Vlorn, Joshua Caleb Wade, Patrick Vance Wang, Yu Hao Wang, Noel Joseph Weber, Yi Wei, Hai Ki Wen, Edward Kagan Whitbold, Nathan Hunter Williams, Frazier Nelson Woodruff, Cole William Wright, Fisher Dean Wright, Mark Daniel Yaksh, James Lee Chuang Yan, Mo Yang, Dong Yuan Ju, Patrick Aziz Younes, Shu Huan Yu, Catherine Elizabeth Azizu, Elio S. Whiteside, Naraya Taylor, Austin Martin McClellan, Arthur James Clark, Brent Michael Hornilla, Enmao Diao, Trivana Maso Kunchu,
Will all of the graduates please rise? Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Georgia Institute of Technology and by the authority of the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, new graduates. To symbolize your achievement, you may now move the tassel on your mortarboard. Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated. Almost there. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Captain Gregory Wynn, Army ROTC, to recognize those graduates who are commissioned to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. Captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today I have the privilege of honoring a special group of students in the graduating class of 2016. Will the graduates of Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps ROTC programs please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You can take your seats. Mr. President, in addition to their academic degrees, these students completed a rigorous program focusing on physical conditioning, academics, leadership to become officers in the United States Armed Forces. For their outstanding accomplishments and patriotism, please show your appreciation and congratulate these graduates. Thank you.
Georgia Tech alumni are an extraordinary group of high achievers. To welcome the members of the graduating class into the Fellowship of Tech, I'm pleased to introduce Mr. Ben Mathis, Jr., class of 1981 and chair of the Georgia Tech Alumni Association.
Well, good afternoon, or I guess it's evening by now. Seems like yesterday, but 35 years ago, I sat where you sit on this very floor. But if it makes you feel any better, it was a hot June morning. There was no air conditioning in this building at that time. It was about 90 degrees inside. The bleachers were wooden, and because there was only one ceremony, it lasted even longer. The truth is, I don't remember a lot about that commencement. I just remember thinking, Lord, will it never end? But most troubling for me is I have absolutely no recollection whatsoever of the Alumni Association chairman making his remarks, even though I'm told that he did. So I recognize the challenge I have, and I'm going to be very brief. First, congratulations to each of you. And on a personal note, congratulations to my son. You have worked very hard. You have toughed out some very tough times. I know there were low moments. Some of you probably wanted to give up on undergraduate education and transfer to the University of Georgia. But you made it. You got out, as we like to say, and you are now part of a very special group of people for the rest of your lives, the alumni of Georgia Tech. For the rest of your life, when the talk comes around about where did you go to college, you will not crawl over in the corner and try and change the subject. You won't hem or haw, like our friends in Athens. You'll say with great pride, I am a graduate of Georgia Tech. And no matter where in the world you may be, they'll instantly know you're pretty darn smart, you know how to work really hard, and you bring the education to getting the job done. And pretty soon, a lot of you will bring a company you started to getting that job done. As Andy Young, Atlanta's former mayor and ambassador, United Nations ambassador, used to say, there are three things everybody in the world knows about the city of Atlanta: our airport, Coca-Cola, and Georgia Tech. You are now members of an extraordinary group, and a group I believe to be the most loyal alumni in America. They hire our graduates, they advocate for tech, they support Roll Call, our annual giving campaign. And you thought you were going to get out of here without a pitch for money. As Lee Corso says on ESPN, not so fast, my friend. Actually, you'd be happy to know there is no pitch. You've each been credited with $25 for your first gift to Roll Call. All we ask is that you keep it up and do it every year afterwards. For decades, Roll Call has been what's made Georgia Tech something very special. Many of you may know we have one of the higher participation rates of any university in America in terms of annual giving. The tangible evidence of Roll Call is all over this campus, from the CRC to Tech Square to the scholarships that many of you have benefited from today. So once you leave today, if you happen to be one of those people who go out in the world and make $1 billion starting a company, trust me, we're going to find you. But for the rest of us, just give back each year to Roll Call. It's all the effort of all the alumni and that great participation that makes the difference. I'd like to close with one other suggestion. It's one you've heard already, but I'd like to make it again. And that is thank those who are here to support you. Many of them made extraordinary efforts through their lives to make sure you saw this very special day. And even though you appreciate them, it may be years after before you realize the magnitude of what they've done. So give them a hug, tell them you love them, and tell them you really do appreciate them. And there are people here, or people who are not here today, who meant a lot in your lives. Don't text them, don't Instagram them, Facebook, or whatever them. Go see them. Pick up the phone and call them and tell them, whether it's a family member, a coach, a teacher, somebody from your church, your synagogue, your temple, or a neighbor or a good friend, how much they meant to you. And when you run into some fellow alumni now, tell them how much you appreciate what they've done to have given you a great school to graduate from. Tell them how much it means to you that you are now something special. You are a graduate of one of the great institutions of higher learning and research in this world. You're a graduate of Georgia Tech. And whether you're a liberal arts major or somebody who rode the M train like me during my time, no matter what your major, you'll be known and respected forever as a hell of an engineer. Thank you, congratulations, go Jackets.
Thank you, Ben. In closing, I'd like to express my appreciation to Colin Potts, Michael Smith, and Harry Sharp for announcing the graduates' names, and to all of the other people who helped make this ceremony possible. At this time, members of the Sympathetic Vibrations will lead us in the alma mater, followed immediately by the faculty recessional. The graduates and audience are requested to remain standing as the platform party recesses. Then I invite all of you to join in the singing of the nation's best-known fight song, Rambling Wreck from Georgia Tech. For our newest graduates, we have a special treat. As you exit the McCamish Pavilion, Immediately after the ceremony, the whistle will blow several times in your honor. Thank you for your attendance this afternoon. Congratulations and safe travels.
O sons of Tech, arise, behold the banner as it reigns supreme. For from on high the white and gold waves in its triumphant gleam. The spirit of the cheering throng resounds with joy, revealing a brotherhood in praise and song, in memory of the days gone by. O Scion of the Southland, in our hearts you shall forever fly.